All right, let's talk about something that so many people in crypto are chasing: passive income. There's this tool that seems perfect for it: liquidity pools. But there's a hidden cost, a catch that can actually leave you with less money than you started with. We're going to break it all down. Okay, so here's the deal. You've got some crypto and you want to put it to work, right? You want to earn those juicy trading fees. But then you hear these stories, whispers, that you could actually lose money even if the prices of your coins go up. How does that even work? Well, that's exactly the puzzle we're going to solve today. So, first things first, let's look at the promise. What's the big idea that gets people so excited about liquidity pools in the first place? It all starts with this person, the liquidity provider, or LP. You can almost think of an LP as being a tiny bank. You're not lending money, but you are depositing a pair of tokens into this big, shared digital vault. And by doing that, you make it possible for other people to trade those tokens. For your trouble, you get a cut of the fees from every single trade. And on the surface, it seems so simple. You just take two tokens, let's say some ETH and some USDC, and deposit an equal dollar value of each into the pool. In return, the pool spits out this special LP token, which is basically your receipt, your proof of ownership. And then the good part, you just sit back and start earning a small piece of that 0.3% fee from every single trade that happens in your pool. It sounds like the dream, doesn't it? A perfect passive income machine. But how does this whole thing actually run without a big company and a bunch of traders managing it? Well, the engine behind it is, believe it or not, a really elegant and simple piece of math. This is it. This is the entire engine. It's called the constant product formula, and it just says X times Y equals K. X and Y are simply the amounts of the two different tokens in the pool. But K is the magic number. It's a constant that represents the pool's total liquidity. And this one simple rule forces the entire system to balance itself. So here's the logic. That K value has to stay the same no matter what. So when a trader comes along and wants to swap, say they put some of token X in to take some of token Y out, the pool has to mathematically adjust the balances to keep that equation true. That forced adjustment is what changes the price. It's a completely automated self-balancing market. Pretty clever. Let's make this concrete. Imagine a brand new pool starts with 100 ETH and 200,000 USDC. Simple math tells us the price right now is 2,000 USDC per ETH. This is our starting point. Okay, now watch what happens. A trader comes and sells 1 ETH to the pool. The ETH reserve goes up. Now, to keep that X times Y equals K formula happy, the pool has to give the trader back a proportional amount of USDC, and poof, just like that, the ratio of assets in the pool has changed. By doing so, the pool has automatically set a new, slightly lower price for Ethereum. No human intervention needed. So, you're earning fees, the system runs itself. It really does sound amazing. But you know what they say, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So, what's the catch? And here it is. The catch has a spooky name that you hear all over crypto forums: impermanent loss. This is the hidden risk, the ghost in the machine that can totally blindside you if you're not ready for it. At its core, impermanent loss is just a simple comparison. It's the difference in your portfolio's value between two realities. Reality A, you put your tokens in a liquidity pool. Reality B, you just held onto those exact same tokens in your own wallet, what we all call holding. That difference, that's impermanent loss. So to define it properly, it's really an opportunity cost. It happens when the prices of your two tokens move away from each other. Because that automated pool is forced to keep things balanced, it's constantly selling the token that's going up in price to buy more of the one that's going down. Now, they call it impermanent because, sure, if prices magically swing all the way back to where you started, that loss disappears. But let's be real, if you pull your money out before that happens, that loss becomes very permanent. Let's just put a hard number on this. If the price of one of your assets doubles, your position in the liquidity pool will be worth 5.72% less than if you had just held those same two tokens. Just let that sink in for a minute. The price of your asset went up, but because of the way the pool works, you underperformed just doing nothing. And here's what that looks like visually. Say you start with a position worth $4,000. If one of your tokens doubles in price, just holding on would have turned that into $6,000. Nice. But as a liquidity provider, your position is only worth about $5,600. Now, here's the crucial part. You still made money.
You're up from your initial 4,000, but you made less than you would have by just hodling. That gap, that's your impermanent loss.
Okay, so we get it now. We understand the promise of fees and the peril of loss. So the question is, how do we play this game smartly? How can we navigate these pools to make those fees work for us without getting wrecked by impermanent loss? It really boils down to this fundamental trade-off. First, you have to know that volatility is your #1 enemy. The wilder the price swings, the more the pool has to rebalance, and the worse your impermanent loss gets. But on the flip side, high trading volume is your best friend. Every single trade generates those little fees that hopefully add up to more than your impermanent loss. And of course, underneath all of this, never forget the basic smart contract risk. Only use pools that are audited and have a long proven track record. So, what are some smarter ways to approach this? Well, if you're just starting out, a great way to learn is by pairing two stablecoins, like USDC and DAI. Their prices barely move against each other, so your impermanent loss risk is tiny. It's like learning to ride a bike with training wheels. Always start with a small amount of money you're okay with losing. And then, once you get more comfortable, you can explore more advanced stuff like concentrated liquidity, which can seriously boost your fee earnings, or even look into managed vaults that try to automate all these complex strategies for you. And that really brings us to the bottom line, the one question that only you can answer for yourself. You now understand the trade-off. It's a constant tug of war between the fees you can earn and the impermanent loss you might suffer. So thinking about your own goals, your own appetite for risk, is the fee worth the risk for you?